I know for a fact I was, you know what I mean? But I'm the guy, like I said, I don't
one
trip
thing about
about
BS,
most.
he keeps little things in his
Yes, I
pocket.
will. I tell people this. This is my rule.
And he'll use it when
This is my
he
thing. And
feels like he
God's
needs
working
to.
on me. He's been working on me for a long time. This is my thing. I always keep one in the chamber. Why?
One in the chamber.
Because if you notice something,
All right. The topic today, as you can tell from the title, is do you ever really heal from
Ooh.
previous relationships?
can I have a drink?
Hard topic.
I want to say, okay, let's just personalize it because we're talking about
Okay.
self. We're talking
Okay.
about self. I say yes. Sometimes it could take more time than others, depending on the level of love and investment that you had in that other person.
Right.
Like when you find yourself really deep in someone, it can definitely take time. For myself, I think there was one point where I went through a back and forth before me you even knew each other existed of trying to figure this out. Like, okay, yeah, let's try. Yep, let's try again. Yep, let's try again. And it just wasn't really working in that fashion. And it kind of could piggyback off our topic we talked about the other day in the sense of kids playing a part of helping y'all keep trying again. You know what I mean? But for that relationship, I personally feel like if there was no kids, we both might have been cool with just doing this. But the kids kind of made us try this more, and it just wasn't there. And I can only speak for myself and not the other end. I think I was done earlier than the other person, but for the kids, I tried. So the healing part is almost attached to finding yourself afterwards because you went from being you and this person to just you. And I think you can definitely heal, especially when you find someone that can help you heal afterwards.
But is that like a rebound person?
No. Because I was just about to say, it ain't even gotta be somebody that you're in a relationship with. If you do therapy, if you kind of maybe talk to someone who's experienced this stuff, and they can help walk you through false emotions and help you kind of get to rediscover yourself. You know what I mean? Especially if it happened to you early. Like, don't be like 15, 16 with somebody and y'all break up at 28, 29. And,
you think life is over?
Yeah, because when you go from 12 to 15, that's one level of who you are as a person. And 15 to 19 is a whole nother. And then that 20 to 25, you realize you different than you was. You know what I mean? So it's definitely a lot to unpack there when you now trying to heal. And that's not even me throwing in whatever type of things that might have went on in that relationship that could have scarred you. You know?
Yeah, that's a good one. I feel like, hold on, y'all, our grandbaby is running around. But yeah, I feel like you can heal. Sometimes you think, like, depending on how soon you get into a relationship afterwards, you might not know whether you completely healed from it or not. It also depends on what happened in that relationship. Was it abuse? Was it mental abuse and stuff? And that can kind of carry on for a while afterwards.
Yes, definitely.
Y'all, if you guys hear our grandbaby, she's running around.
Yeah, she's so cute. Just ignore it.
Yeah, just
she got cute footsteps as well.
If she comes in, we'll show you. But I think it depends on what happens. Some things take longer than others.
Definitely.
If it was cheating, like I said, abuse, mental abuse, or whatever, those things might take a little longer sorting out.
Yeah.
Because when you're mentally abused, you might think like something's wrong with you, and you take that on into another relationship, and you have some traumas going on, and you might take that out on the other person. So I think it all depends. For me personally, there has been things in relationships that I went through, hurt, and all kind of, some might have been abuse or whatever.
Just different levels of abuse.
Yeah, different levels, different types. Sometimes you don't know.
I'll ask you afterwards. Go ahead.
Okay. So it just all depends. Like, for me, at times that I felt like I took some time, in between relationships to kind of figure out myself.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I feel like you don't really figure out until you're back in a relationship. There's things I feel like I've healed from, but then when I'm back in a relationship, it might be certain things that's like triggers.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Wait a minute. I thought I was done with that. And so you sometimes you don't know. But like, I do truly feel like if you find the right person and they go through that with you, you guys work through it, you will heal. Yeah. Because for me, in my case, I feel like all my relationships, I don't regret them or anything like that. I don't wish they didn't happen. I feel like it just made me a better person for him.
Now, are you talking about just your relationships as in like guy-girl relationship, or are you talking like mother-daughter, father-daughter? Like, are you only limiting this to a relationship of a partner?
Well, that's what I was doing, but we
can leave it there. If y'all want in the comments, we could talk about other stuff if you want.
I also don't know agree things that you might go through with parents growing up, or friendships and all that stuff. I think you take from all of those relationships. I also think that all those relationships affect you in different ways too. Yeah. So yes, but I look at it now that I'm older. I look at it as like it was growth. It was something that needed to happen to get me to be the person that I am for him today.
Got you. And I feel the same way by myself. You. Yeah. I'm gonna say this to y'all. It was something I heard my boy TD Jake say earlier. Your story doesn't start with you. Let that marinate. Really think on that. Really think on that, because we go through things and we think that our story is about us and it's all about us. And we think that, with this person, whether it's my wife that I'm in a relationship with, or my mom who raised me, or a brother who I grew up with, a sister I grew up with, a family member, we think that our story is just about us. But where we don't take the step back to realize is those people who raised you have their own story. Yeah. They went through things. So maybe they couldn't give you everything you needed. A brother or a sister that you was raised with, or the person you're in a relationship with now, they went through their own things. So we all have our own stories.
And also that you came in their life for a reason to help them with a particular situation. It might not be in your situation.
Yes, because before I met you and fell so heavily in love with you, I was not somebody who thought closure was a real thing or that was needed or anything. But I will say closure is definitely something that people do need and have to go through. And it'd just be nice if those on the other side would be able to help that person with their closure. Because when you ghost someone, you really don't realize what it does to them. And I don't mean ghost as just in a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, a father who just disappears, a mother who just disappears, So somebody who's a mentor, they just, like, where are they now? You know what I mean? But Here's a question that I wanted to ask you that I don't think many people think about. How do you feel in a sense of financial abuse? Could that scar you? Where if you were in a relationship with someone that you feel like is continuously had taken advantage of you for your finances, like the money you brought to the table. They might not work or might not make as much as you, but they were always messing up the money, and you were short on bills, you were short on gas, you were short on groceries. And now when you're in a new relationship, it's hard for you to allow the other person that you're with to actually maybe be like, I'm used to
Take
doing the
over.
bills. I'm used to doing this and that, but
Yeah.
you don't want to help out. You're kind of hoarding your own money when we should be a team. Like,
Yeah.
do you think that's a thing? I don't know if I'm phrasing that right.
Oh yeah, no, I think that's a thing. That can scar you, that can make you not trust in your other relationships, that can build walls, because anything that you go through in a relationship can build walls that eventually you have to learn how to tear down.
Yeah.
And it's hard because you don't even give the other person that trust, or
the opportunity
you don't
to
allow
fail.
them.
You got to give them the opportunity to fail because they're not the same person that you was with.
Right.
So
right. And with that being said, like in relationships, I had a relationship that I was ghosted. I was ghosted for a while.
It wasn't me, though, y'all. No, I'm right here.
But that was hard for me. It caused me to, it took a little longer to get over that relationship. So that was hard. But at the same time, I'm that type of person where I look at both sides, and I know that I wasn't perfect either, in relationships that I have been in. So I'm not saying that, I was just this perfect person and this person, people hurt me and all that stuff. Same with him, he's not this perfect person, but I just feel like we go through these relationships and God knows how it's going to be.
Yeah.
And we go through this to build ourselves up.
Yeah, because we all play a part. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, to build ourselves up. Now, whether we take the opportunity to build ourselves up is on us.
Yeah.
But, it's no hate or anything to any exes, because they might have needed us to be better for the person that they are with.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But it's a choice. It's a choice. Because you can either stay in it and keep having failed relationships, or you can take it and learn from it.
And they always say the best lessons are from failure. Because if you're paying attention, you actually take time to realize, okay, during that relationship, I probably should have been more open to suggestions from that person I was with. Looking back on it, I realized I was trying to control too much of how things went and never really allowed them a voice.
Yeah.
And that's whether that's from the guy's perspective or the girl's perspective. Yeah. You know what I mean? We can all feel those ways, about that kind of stuff. So I think depending on what happened in a relationship, the healing process varies. You know what I mean? But depending on the person, you might be the type of person that somebody cheats on you and you get upset, you cry it out, and you're done. That's it. When my girl's like, you're done. You're done.
Are you talking about my situation?
No, I'm not saying just that. I'm just saying in general. You could be one of those people. I know for me, I'm the type of person that typically, if I truly feel like what you did, because I'm the type of guy that try to get benefit of doubts all the time. But once I feel like, spade's a spade, me and you will have a totally different relationship for the rest of life. I'm not going to slight you. I'm not going to be on no extras. But it just won't be the same. That's just how I am.
That's just it.
Yeah.
That's just it.
Because I feel like the way I move, I deserve the same respect that I give you. So if you're the type of person that says, hey, I don't like this, then I try not to do this.
Right.
But I ask in return that you be the same way.
To be
But
the
when I
same
feel like
way.
you're continuously not
Yeah, don't
caring and
ask me to
overstepping
do all of
boundaries,
this and you're not gonna change. Yeah, I feel
yeah,
you.
and,
I feel
and
you
and
on that.
because I guess I'm looking at it as more than just relationship between us, but
Mm-hmm.
relationship between me and a friend, me and
Yeah.
a brother, me and whoever. I just
Mm.
ask for the
That
same
part.
type of, well, however I act towards you, you should act toward me.
That
If I
part.
say happy birthday, you should send me that as well. You know what I mean? That's just what it
I don't
is.
know. I'm kind of gonna. I don't know. I'm kind of gonna disagree with you on that one. Only reason why, because I was just thinking about this conversation that I've had, and I've even talked to my cousin about and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Like, I mean, I kind of agree in some ways, but I think sometimes some people have these high expectations
Yeah.
of
Well, I
people.
got low expectations. But
Yeah,
go
you do.
ahead.
You do.
Yeah.
But some people, you get those friends that expect you to post all about them and all this stuff. And if you don't, oh, they ain't liking your stuff or they're not doing this and that. But
Yeah.
then, you also get these friends where you might always reach out. You
Mm-hmm.
might always do that and they don't ever do that.
Yeah, that's not the good friend.
And so like I try not to expect like, okay, if I post you, then you should post me. I try not to think about stuff like that because at the end of the day, something might have came up and you didn't do that.
Yeah, no,
and so I'm not gonna base my friendship off of that. And I don't like when people do that because are we just friends just for everybody else?
Yeah, no, but
See?
I
You know
think
what I
I
mean?
meant was if I send you a text on your birthday saying happy birthday.
Don't do me dirty.
Yeah, when my birthday come up, just say the same. And I'm not even the guy
Even
that
if
will.
it's a day late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm not even the guy that if I text you happy birthday and you don't text me on my birthday, I don't even trip.
Probably don't even think about it.
At all. I don't trip. But if something happens and then you bring up the fact that, man, I'll be doing this and that, and then I go, well, hold on. I know for a fact I was, you know what I mean? But I'm the guy, like I said, I don't trip about most.
He keeps little things in his
Yes,
pocket.
I will. I tell people this. This is my rule.
And he'll use it when he
This is my thing. And
like
God's working on me. He's been working on me for a long time. But this is my thing. I always keep one in the chamber. Why?
One in the chamber.
Because if you notice something, don't say something immediately. Hold it. Because then when that time comes for them to come at you and be like, hey, I don't like this. And you can go, remember this happened, buddy.
Oh my gosh.
That's just me though. Because I feel like this. If you never say nothing to me about it, I promise you, I will never bring up anything about you. Ever. That's just my personality.
That's true. That's his personality. He's not a confrontational person, but when you go there,
we're going to turn to Rambo.
He has something for you.
We're going to turn to Rambo. Trust me.
Yes. So
King Kong ain't got. Never mind.
Oh,
Let me stop.
Anyways, but yes, because like I've struggled with friendships like that, and for me, it can happen multiple times. Like if you just don't reach out or whatever, it can happen multiple times. But after so long, there is a such thing as a one-sided friendship.
Oh, definitely.
And it's like you have to pay attention to the signs. And I just feel like if I'm going through something or you never asked if I'm going through any, something, if I'm going through anything, then are we really friends?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're hearing about what another person is going through and stuff like that all the time, and say if you're in a better position or they might feel like you're in a better position than them, not necessarily how you feel, but because it seems like things are going good, that you feel like they don't have issues. That's why they say check on your strong friends too.
I was just gonna say that. Baby. A lot of times you are the strong friend, and I don't want to use names. And your other friend, she know who she is. You two are the strong friends.
Oh, okay.
And so, and I'm not counting your cousin. Three of y'all. Y'all typically are the strong people to where other people in y'all lives don't think to ask y'all how y'all doing.
Yeah.
So
yeah, definitely.
Y'all seem to be the three that got it together.
Yeah.
And because of that, y'all tend to have friends and family members who don't think to say, "Man, how's Angela doing?"
Man,
You know, and I'm not
that
counting
part.
moms because y'all moms check on y'all. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure, you know,
Not
or and
not
stuff
talking
like
about
that.
like
I'm saying y'all friends and cousins and such, y'all around y'all age.
yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Sometimes you just develop the relationships where people, and it's different for guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say that because we as guys, me and my boy T, we'll talk today, and I might not talk to him for 2 months, but
Mm-hmm.
we'll pick it up like we've been talking for the last 2 months.
Yeah.
While females, they tend to need more of let's chop it up a little more
Yeah.
often when we consider each other friends.
Friends.
Like we're friends.
I feel like even for like my cousin and my close friend, I feel like there's times that we don't talk to each other,
Yeah,
but we pick right back up at that point.
But that's because y'all are those strong
there we go.
friends.
And we understand each other because all of us is married too.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you just can't be on the phone like you used to. Me and my cousin are notorious for that. Like, oh, okay, I gotta go. Everybody come home.
Y'all got reverse hours. Usually stores are open from like 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's y'all hours of operation for each other.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as that 4 p.m. comes up, girl, I holla at you when I holla at you, but it won't be this evening.
Coming home, or I'm in the car with my husband. I gotta let you go.
But that's that respect there.
Exactly.
And you gotta have people that respect your boundaries, and that's why I tell, a couple of my friends that like, hey man, when I'm at this point, just respect that I'm at this point. Don't do dumb stuff. Don't send stupid texts. Don't do all this type of stuff because when I'm with my wife and kids, this is where I'm at and this is where my focus is at. So because I'm on call for work, unless it's work related, it could wait till tomorrow then. That's just how I am,
Unless you gonna schedule an appointment.
Yeah.
A meeting like that's just where my life is at.
Yeah.
No offense. It's just once hubby is home, or once I'm home, there's times that we don't get to spend a lot of time with each other. So things got to get cut short because my priority is
family.
Yes.
Yep.
Family.
100%.
Family. I agree. Okay. So we kind of got off topic, but I'm going to change the topic anyways. Do you stay the same person that your spouse or boyfriend or girlfriend fell in love with? Do you stay that same person?
No.
Dang.
Because you want to become a better person. You want to become better for that person. And for me, as my wife knows, it's that R word that I'm constantly working on. Actually, the R word and the C word. Like, I'm just trying to get the romance and compassion together. Because for me, I be thinking they the same, but they not. And so I've been working on that. So for me, that's bettering myself. So I'm not the same person early on who might have been like, and I don't do this on purpose. Might have got her something for Valentine's Day and her birthday, but somehow I forgot Mother's Day. You know what I mean? Might have did this and that, but I forgot that. Or I'm just being totally complicit to how I'm just not doing anything at all. And a couple of days go by where I don't compliment her. You know what I mean? There's things that you just work on to be better. And also, as you grow with someone, I've known her since 2010. Here we are 13 years later. I'm not the same person I was just because I've gone through 13 more years of life. I'm almost 40. So it's just, I'm not the same, but that doesn't mean I'm someone worse. I'm trying to be someone better.
Right, because if you're somebody worse, I don't know what you've been spending your time doing, but
definitely ain't been listening to one another.
Thank you. Definitely, you ain't been working on yourself.
Yeah,
I agree with him. No, you don't ever stay the same person. There is seasons in life, and especially, I don't know how it works if you don't have kids or anything. You guys can probably just still do what you want, take trips, and you guys are that same person. But I feel like when you have kids, there is different seasons in life. There's the parents with the little kids. Oh, let's take them to water parks. Let's take them to this place Disney and all World. This stuff. Then you get to the preteens. Now I'm stressed because y'all got straight attitudes all the
Mm.
doggone time, and I can't deal with it. And we're trying to work it together, especially with a blended household of
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
up with like a parenting agreement with each other, like how we want to parent because we've
Hmm.
parented different,
Yeah, and then
before we met.
just so y'all don't think it's like in a sense of we take the sides of our children here and there. Okay, I had all girls. My
Hmm.
wife got two
Both.
girls, two
Hmm.
boys.
Hmm.
There's things that our sons do that are her
Hmm.
biological sons, but that our sons do that I'm totally okay with, but she's not. So don't think it's in the sense of, oh, he just right for his kids and she right for her
Yeah.
kids. No,
No.
you
No.
know, there's been times where she had to remind me, Neve is both of our child. So you know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
as parents, y'all just see things differently, especially
Right.
as a guy with boys and a girl with daughters. You know, she might
Hmm.
not want her sons to do this because she views that as they're going to act this way toward girls and they
Women.
need to be more
Hmm.
respectful. Well,
Hmm.
I'd be like, man, bro, that's the type of girl you want because
Yeah.
you too young. You
Yes.
know what I mean?
Yes.
So we have to learn to co-parent. So I just want y'all
Yeah.
to get it out of your heads like we take sides of our own children. No, there's just multiple things that go into a blended household.
Man, and if you've been in a blended household, you know it's definitely a struggle. But one thing I will say, we love all of our
Oh, all
kids,
love unconditionally.
and we've tried to raise them the best that we knew how.
Hmm.
But it's a growing process. You
Yep.
never think when you get in a relationship like, oh, we're bringing these kids together, and you just automatically have a guide of
Yeah.
how to, you know, teach them stuff and being in agreement because me and him had total different backgrounds
Yeah,
growing up.
and let's be honest, you never have a kid with someone, or let me rephrase that. You very rarely have a kid with someone, and while in that, you're thinking that you're not going to be with this person. When you
Exactly.
have a kid with that person, you're
Mhm.
assuming you're going to raise this kid with that person. Y'all
Mhm.
going to have this family together. You don't go into it thinking, well, I'm going to have this kid with him or her, and
Mhm.
then I'm going to break up and go get with this person, and we're going to raise this kid. Like, nobody thinks that
Nobody thinks
way.
that. Yeah.
So when you enter a blended house, like she said, you're now learning that person's parenting
Yeah.
techniques and your own. And if you're raised this type
And
of
the
background, and
outside parents too.
oh,
You
woo,
ain't think about that. Like when you have to co-parent with somebody on the outside too, you got to learn how to adjust all
yeah,
the time, and it's
super
not
heavy,
easy. It's
super heavy.
definitely not easy. But I will say there's different seasons in life as your kids grow, and
Hmm.
then now we're at that season where yes, we do have one that's still younger, but like our last two kids that we brought into the marriage, they're
High school
seniors. They're seniors,
seniors
and so they're graduating
this
next
year,
year, and well, next year, but
2024. So yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So they're graduating. So we just have one in the household, and that's like having no kid
pretty
for
much.
us because we had a blended household of 6 kids that we
Yeah.
had raised, and so that's totally different because she likes to go over her grandparents' house and
Oh
everything.
my
So
God.
it's like we're trying to learn each other all over again with no kids.
The good thing about her though is, whenever y'all ready for a family reunion, any of our family that's listening, on either side of ours family,
That's true.
when you're ready for a family reunion, just talk to her.
Yes, she knows
She
everybody.
communicates with everybody. It's like she almost got a schedule. I don't know if her phone go off and be like, "Hey, call this person. Hey, call that person." You know what I mean? It's just crazy type of
Yeah,
relationship
she has
she
her own
got with
relationship
everybody.
with everybody,
Hmm.
so she would definitely be the one that will get the family together.
Hmm. Yeah, but
So
in the terms of being the same person, I think that if you okay, let's talk from this because I'm just doing
mhm.
hypothetical because I don't know because I'm not in this boat. But if you are a couple with no kids and y'all have been together for 10 years or more, please comment below how that is.
Mm.
Because what takes up y'all time when it's not one another? Do y'all prioritize work? Do
Mm.
y'all have pets? Do y'all prioritize pets? Like what takes up your time when it's not one another? Or do y'all just spend when you're not at work or work from home? Whatever y'all do, is it just about each other?
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all have more like guys trips, girls trips? Like what do y'all do?
Or does it get
Because
boring? You know,
never thought
like
about that.
being around each other all the time without, like, when you have kids, it's like you're not, even though you're in the same house,
Mm-hmm.
he might be dealing with the kids with math. I'm cooking, and when
Yeah, yeah.
we're still not with each other all the time up until
Mm-hmm.
the kids go to sleep, and
Yep,
then it's
yep.
like, okay, let's get to us, and it's hard. It's hard to do so, but when you don't have that and you're with each other all the time, what do you
What do
guys
y'all do?
do?
Yeah, what do you do? What do
Please
you
tell us
do?
because we about to be in that boat. What
Yeah.
do you do?
Well,
I think we're gonna enjoy it.
we got
But
like 8 to 10 years. Cause she's only 10,
yeah,
but
yeah,
she's so easygoing. Yeah, it'll be like it's just me and you at time.
yeah,
Nah, I'm lying. Cause she be trying to take up too much
yeah.
time,
But
boy.
when she wants to stay the night over people's
Oh
houses and
yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
that, it would be weird to just have an empty house and it's just us because it's never been like that. It's always
Ever.
one kid home
At least somebody.
with somebody.
Blended house of 6.
Yes,
If you count us 2, 8. Okay.
exactly.
So yeah,
It's always somebody.
that's a good question, baby. I did not think about that. Are y'all lonely while you together? I'm just curious because our kids do not let us have a break at all.
Mm-mm.
At
and
all.
and so like having that time with each other, it's like new. It's like
Man,
a
that's
new relationship.
Christmas.
Like, oh, we get to do this.
Ooh, open that
Ooh,
present up. Open that present.
right.
Let me see what
Oh,
it
we don't have to
is.
pick up no kids from practice. Like,
Uh-huh.
what? What do we do? Because that's all we have done is run, 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 run.
Yes. Like, think
So,
about it. You be like, oh, we get to sleep in this Saturday morning. Do y'all know that Saturday morning comes and we do not sleep in because we just so used to getting up and doing stuff?
mm-hmm.
It's terrible.
It's really terrible.
But please comment below and let us know what y'all do.
But that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. Go ahead and hit subscribe. Also hit that bell so you'll be notified of any upcoming videos. Hopefully in the future we can go live and answer all of your guys' questions. And comment down below if you guys want to kind of get to know us video, and we'll make a video kind of sharing who we are.
Yeah.
As a couple.
I'm with it.
All right, you guys. Until next time.